We were contacted by a customer who required concrete, but the aggregates needed to be covered before we could supply. The issues that we've had there is the space that we have within the yard, and then also any contact that we could possibly have from vehicles with any kind of roofs that we put onto the actual bays. To have an old style covered bay would be an arch bay, which means that you have to have a truck that goes into the centre of the arch bay, which with the limited space that we had, it was going to reduce the size of the yard even more, and the impact on that is more risk. So we needed to use the full space that we had and not making sure that we don't have any impacts at all between the vehicle and also the roof. But the biggest risk to us was if the roof didn't move, the chance of the vehicle falling over was extremely large. So we had to come up with an innovative idea that was going to be practical and also safe. So we designed a bay where the roof slid back, where there would be no contact with any vehicles whatsoever, and we could also use the FEL and make sure that the FEL didn't touch any roofs and damage that as well. So basically the way it works is that the truck comes in onto the site, it waits at the red light until he's been allowed to come across into the bays. As he comes to the bay that he's tipping into will retract and move completely out of the way, so when the vehicle is tipping, the roof is nowhere near the actual tipping vehicle, so there's no chance of any collisions between the vehicle and the roof itself. And then we don't have to then worry about having an FEL driving around when we've got vehicles moving around the yard at the same time. So pulling the roof all the way back when the bays are empty means that we can tip 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loads into the bay without actually any movements from the FEL. So like, it's nice and sunny today, but when it rains here, it rains. So we need to make sure that we're keeping that product dry at all times. So as soon as the vehicle's tipped, we can push the roofs back over, cover the bays, and then we're doing exactly what the customer requires and keeping the aggregates dry. Pedestrian interface is a big issue with us. The yard is big, people do tend to walk around. The traffic management is excellent on the site. We do have FEL movements, but if we can limit the amount of times we're using the FEL, it's a lot safer. We don't need to use it all the time. We need to use it when we're either getting towards the bay is really full and we can push it into it, so we know exactly what we've got, and then only when we're making the concrete it'll be getting used then. But the actual articulated vehicles coming in can reverse straight into the bay, tip, and we don't have to worry about it then. It's within the bay. We also installed CCTV to give us a better insight into what's going on within the yard, so we could, without actually physically being in the yard, we could see exactly every single thing that was going on within the yard. You're not going to have any collisions, you're not going to have any vehicles possibly rolling over and stuff like that. You know, with moving them out of the way completely, it's you're controlling the situation. The thing that we need to make sure that happens the most is to make sure that everybody is safe. Coming up with ideas that can be used by everybody is one of the things that we push and make sure that we all do it.